Good wishes to all of you. Social Science, Resources and Development textbook in Geography for Class 8, third chapter Mineral and Power Resources. Audiobook. Take a look at Figure 3.1 Loading of a truck in a coal mine. Do you know the salt in your food and graphite in your pencil are also minerals? Kiri was visiting Shukant in his native place near Dhanbad, Kiri areas. Kiri was amazed to see that large areas were black. Sukan, why in this place so black and dusty? She asked. This is because of the coal mines nearby. Do you see the trucks? They are carrying the mineral coal, replied Sukant. What are minerals? Asked Kiri. Sukant replied, have you ever seen a baker baking biscuits? The flour, milk, sugar, and sometimes eggs are mixed together. While eating the baked biscuits, can you see these ingredients separately? Just as in the biscuits, there are a number of things that you cannot see. Rocks on this earth have several materials called minerals mixed in them. These minerals are scattered throughout the earth's rocky crust. A natural occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition is a mineral. Minerals are not evenly distributed over space, they are concentrated in a particular area or rock formations. Some minerals are found in areas which are not easily accessible, such as the Arctic Ocean bed and Antarctica. Minerals are formed in different types of geological environments under varying conditions. They are created by natural processes without any human interference. They can be identified on the basis of their physical properties such as color, density, hardness, and chemical properties such as solubility. Take a look at figure 3.4 offshore drilling of oil. Do you know a rock is an aggregate of one or more minerals but without definite composition of constituent of mineral. Rocks from which minerals are mined are known as ores. Although more than 2800 types of minerals have been identified, only about 100 are considered ore minerals. Types of minerals. There are over 3000 different minerals on the basis of composition. Minerals are classified mainly as metallic and non-metallic minerals. Take a look at figure 3.2. Minerals, metallic, non-metallic. Metallic divided into two, ferrous, non-ferrous. Classification of minerals. Metallic minerals contain metal in raw form. Metals are hard substances that conduct heat and electricity and have a characteristic luster or shine. Iron ore, bauxite, manganese ore are some examples. Metallic minerals may be ferrous or non-ferrous. Ferrous minerals like iron ore, magnesium and chromides contain iron. A non-ferrous mineral does not contain iron but may contain some other metals such as gold, silver, copper, lead. Non-metallic minerals do not contain metals. Limestone, mica and gypsum are examples of such minerals. The minerals fuels like the mineral fuels like coal and petroleum are also non-metallic minerals. Minerals can be extracted by mining, drilling or quarrying. Take a look at figure 3.3. Extraction of minerals. Extraction of minerals, mining, drilling, quarrying. Mining divided into two parts: open cast mining, shaft mining. The process of taking out minerals from rocks buried under the earth's surface is called mining. Minerals that lie at shallow depths are taken out by removing the surface layer. This is known as open cast mining. Deep bores called shafts have to be made to reach mineral deposits that lie at great depths. This is called shaft mining. Petroleum and natural gas occur far below the earth's surface. Deep wells are bored to take them out. This is called drilling. Take a look at figure 3.4. Minerals that lie near the surface are simply dug out by the process known as quarrying. Do you know you can always tell if a rock contains copper because then the rock looks blue in color. Distribution of minerals. Minerals occur in different types of rocks. Some are found in igneous rocks, some are some in metamorphic rocks, while others occur in sedimentary rocks. Generally, metallic minerals are found in igneous and metamorphic rock formations that form large plateaus. Iron ore in North Sweden, copper and nickel deposits in Ontario, Canada, iron, nickel, chromites, and platinum in South Africa are examples of minerals found in igneous and metamorphic rocks. Sedimentary rock formations of plains and young fold mountains contain non-metallic minerals like limestone. Limestone deposits of Caucasus region of France, manganese deposits of Georgia, and Ukraine and phosphate beds of Algeria are some examples. Mineral fuels such as coal and petroleum are also found in the sedimentary strata. Take a look at figure 3.5, world distribution of iron, copper and bauxite. Asia. China and India have large iron ore deposits. The continent produces more than half of the world's tin. China, Malaysia and Indonesia are among the world's leading tin producers. China also lead in production of lead, antimony and tungsten. Asia also has deposits of manganese, bauxite, nickel, zinc and copper. Do you know Switzerland has no known mineral deposit in it? Let's do identify the Canadian Shield and Appalachians Western Cordilleras are Lake Superior with the help of an atlas. Take a look at figure 3.6, world distribution of mineral oil and coal. Europe. Europe is the leading producer of iron ore in the world. The countries with the large deposits of iron ore are Russia, Ukraine, Sweden and France. Minerals deposits of copper, lead, zinc, manganese and nickel are found in Eastern Europe and European Russia. North America. The mineral deposits in North America are located in three zones: the Canadian region north of the Great Lakes, the Appalachian region and the mountain ranges of the west. Iron ore, nickel, gold, uranium and copper are mined in the Canadian Shield region, coal in the Appalachian region. Western Cordilleras have vast deposits of copper, lead, zinc, gold and silver. South America. Brazil is the largest producer of high-grade iron ore in the world. Chile and Peru are leading producers of copper. Brazil and Bolivia are among the world's largest producers of tin. South America also has large deposits of gold, silver, zinc, chromium, manganese, bauxite, mica, platinum, asbestos, and diamond. Mineral oil is found in Venezuela, Argentina, Chile, Peru, and Colombia. Do you know a green diamond is the rarest diamond? The oldest rocks in the world are in Western Australia. They date from 4,300 million years ago, only 300 million years after the earth was formed. Africa. Africa is rich in mineral resources. It is the world's largest producer of diamonds, gold and platinum. South Africa, Zimbabwe and Zaire produce a large portion of the world's gold. The other minerals found in Africa are copper, iron ore, chromium, uranium, cobalt and bauxite. Oil is found in Nigeria, Libya and Angola. Australia. Australia is the largest producer of bauxite in the world. It is a leading producer of gold, diamond, iron ore, tin and nickel. It is also rich in copper, lead, zinc and manganese. Kalgoorlie and Coolgardie areas of Western Australia have the largest deposits of gold. Antarctica. The geology of Antarctica is sufficiently well known to predict the extent of a variety of mineral deposits. Some probably large, significant size of deposits of coal in the Transantarctic Mountains and iron near the Prince Charles Mountain of East Antarctica is forecasted. Iron ore, gold, silver and oil are also present in commercial quantities. Let's do list uses of any five minerals. Uses of minerals. Minerals are used in many industries. Minerals which are used for gems are usually hard. These are then set in various styles for jewelry. Copper is another metal used in everything from coins to pipes. Silicon used in the computer industry is obtained from quartz. Aluminium obtained from its ore. Bauxite is used in automobiles and airplanes, bottling industry, buildings, and even in kitchen cookware. Take a look at figure 3.7, National Power Grid to supply electricity. Think and act. Recycle. Minerals. Reuse, reduce, recycle. Conservation of minerals. Minerals are a non-renewable resource. It takes thousands of years for the formation and concentration of minerals. The rate of formation is much smaller than the rate at which the human consume these minerals. It is necessary to reduce wastage in the process of mining. Recycling of metals is another way in which the mineral resources can be conserved. Power resources. Sunny's mother begins her day by switching on the geyser. She irons Sunny's school uniform before waking him up. She then rushes to the kitchen to prepare a glass of orange juice for him in the blender. Sunny, have you finished taking bath? Come and have your breakfast, calls out mother while preparing breakfast on the gas stove for Sunny. While going to Sunny, while going to school, Sunny forgets to switch off lights and fans. When mother switches them off, she thinks that life in the cities may be more comfortable, but its dependency on more and more gadgets, all of which consume energy, has led to a wide gap between the demand and the supply. With the advent of science and technology, the lifestyles are changing very fast. Power or energy plays a vital role in our lives. We also need power for industry, agriculture, transport, communication, and defense. Power resources may be broadly categorized as conventional and non conventional resources. Conventional sources. Conventional sources of energy are those which have been in common use for a long time. Firewood and fossil fuels are the two main conventional energy sources. Firewood. It is widely used for cooking and heating. In our country, more than 50% of the energy used by villagers comes from firewood. Remains of plants and animals which were buried under the earth for millions of years got converted by the heat and pressure into fossil fuels. Fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum, and natural gas are the main sources of conventional energy. The reservoirs of these minerals are limited. The rate at which the growing world population is consuming them is far greater than the rate of their formation, so these are likely to be exhausted soon. Coal. This is the most abundantly found fossil fuel. It is used as a domestic fuel in industries such as iron and steel, steam engines, and to generate electricity. Electricity from coal is called thermal power. The coal which we are using today was formed millions of years ago when game fens and swamps got buried under the layers of earth. Coal is therefore referred to us to as buried sunshine. The leading, the leading coal producers of the world are China, USA, Germany, Russia, South Africa, and France. The coal producing areas of India are Raniganj, Jharia, Dhanbad, and Bokaro in Jharkhand. Take a look at figure 3.9, a woman carrying firewood in northeast India. Take a look at figure 3.10, a view of a thermal power station. Oil, natural gas. Advantage, disadvantage, advantage. Oil. Advantage. Easier to transport tankers, basics of petrochemical industry. Disadvantage. Depletion of oxygen due to oil spilling and gas leaking. Pollutions released caused acid rain. Exploration of new fuel is not easy. Natural gas advantage, easier to transport, pipelines, cleaner than oil and coal. cheaper than oil. Conventional source of energy. Firewood coal. Advantage, disadvantage of firewood. Advantage, easy access provides energy to a large number of people. Disadvantage, collections is time consuming, polluting, prompting greenhouse effect deforestation. Coal. Advantage, disadvantage, extensively available, efficient conversion to electricity. Disadvantage, polluting source, bulky to transport. Tidal power. Advantage, non polluting, promotes irrigation and fishing cheap. Tidal power. Disadvantage, displacement of local community in under low lying regions, expensive to set up. Take a look at figure 3.8, conventional source of energy. Take a sorry word watching. The word petroleum is derived from Latin words petro meaning rock, oleum meaning oil. So petroleum means rock oil. Do you know compressed natural gas CNG is a popular eco-friendly automobile fuel as it causes less pollution than petroleum and diesel. Petroleum, the petrol that keeps your car running as well as the oil that keeps your cycle from squeaking, both began as a thick black liquid called petroleum. It is found between the layers of rocks and is drilled from oil fields located in offshore and coastal areas. This is then sent to refineries which process the crude oil and produce a variety of products like diesel, petrol, kerosene, wax, plastic, and lubricants. Petroleum and its derivatives are called black gold as they are very valuable. The chief petroleum producing countries are Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar. The other major producers are USA, Russia, Venezuela, and Algeria. The leading producers in India are Digboi in Assam, Bombay High in Mumbai, and the deltas of Krishna and Godavari rivers. Take a look at 3.11, crude oil. Natural gas. Natural gas is found with petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. It can be used as a domestic and industrial fuel. Russia, Norway, UK, and the Netherlands are the major producers of natural gas. In India, Jaisalmer, Krishna Godavari Delta, Tripura, and some areas offshore in Mumbai have natural gas resources. Very few countries in the world have sufficient natural gas reservoirs of their own. The sharp increase in our consumption of fossil fuels has led to their depletion at an alarming rate. The toxic pollutants released from burning these fuels are also a cause for concern. Unchecked burning of fossil fuel is like an unchecked dripping tap which will eventually run dry. This has led to the tapping of various non conventional sources of energy that are cleaner alternatives to fossil fuels. Do you know Norway was the first country in the world to develop hydroelectricity? Do you know the site of the world's first solar and wind powered bus shelter is in Scotland? Take a look at figure 3.13, Salal Hydroelectricity Project, Jammu and Kashmir. Take a look at figure 3.12, Hydel power. Hydel power, rainwater or river water stored in dams is made to fall from heights. The falling water flows through pipes inside the dam over turbine blades placed at the bottom of the dam. The moving blades then turn the generator to produce electricity. This is called hydroelectricity. The water discharged after the generation of electricity is used for irrigation. One fourth of the world's electricity is produced by hydel power. The leading producers of hydel power in the world are Paraguay, Norway, Brazil, and China. Some important hydel power stations in India are Bakranangal, Gandhi Sagar, Nagarjun Sagar, and Damodar Valley projects. Take a look at figure 3.12, hydel power, water reservoir, generator, turbine, non-conventional source of energy. The increasing use of fossil fuels is leading to its shortage. It is estimated that if the present rate of consumption continues, the reservoirs of these fuel will get exhausted. Moreover, their use also causes environmental pollution. Therefore, there is need for using non-conventional sources such as solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, which are renewable. Solar energy, sun's heat and light energy can be felt by us every day. Solar energy trapped from the sun can be used in solar cells to produce electricity. Many of these cells are joined into solar panels to generate power for heating and lighting purpose. The technology of utilizing solar energy benefits a lot of tropical countries that are blessed with abundant sunshine. Solar energy is also used in solar heaters, solar cookers, solar dryers, besides being used for community lighting and traffic signals. Take a look at figure 3.15. Solar panels to trap solar energy. Wind energy. Take a look at figure 3.14, non-conventional sources of energy. Wind energy advantages: non-polluting, low-cost production of electricity, one setup, safe and clean. Disadvantages: noise pollution, windmills costly to set up, disturbs radio and TV reception, harmful to birds. Solar energy advantages: inexhaustible, non-polluting. Disadvantages: expensive, diffuse source, so gets wasted. Tidal energy advantage: non-polluting, inexhaustible. Disadvantage: destroys wildlife habitat, difficult to harness. Non-conventional sources of energy. Nuclear energy advantages: emits large amount of energy. Disadvantages: generates radioactive waste, expensive. Non-conventional source of energy. Biogas advantages: low cost, easy to operate, makes use of bio waste. Disadvantages: causes greenhouse effect. Geothermal energy advantages: clean, eco-friendly, and always available. Disadvantages: located far away from cities and so costly to transport the electricity. Wind energy. Wind is an inexhaustible source of energy. Windmills have been used for grinding grain and lifting water since times immemorial. In modern time windmills, the high speed winds rotate the windmill, which is connected to a generator to produce electricity. Wind farms having clusters of such windmills are located in coastal regions and in mountain passes where strong and steady winds blow. Wind farms are found in Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, UK, USA and Spain are noted for their wind energy production. Take a look at figure 3.16, nuclear power station Kalpakkam. Nuclear power. Nuclear power is obtained from energy stored in the nuclei of atoms of naturally occurring radioactive elements like uranium and thorium. These fuels undergo nuclear fission in nuclear reactors and emit power. The greatest producers of nuclear power are USA and Europe. In India, Rajasthan and Jharkhand have large deposits of uranium. Thorium is found in large quantities in the monazite sands of Kerala. The nuclear power stations in India are located in Kalpakkam in Tamil Nadu, Tarpur in Maharashtra, Ram Pratap Sagar near Kota in Rajasthan, Narora in Uttar Pradesh, and Kaika in Karnataka. Geothermal energy. Heat energy obtained from the earth is called geothermal energy. The temperature in the interior of the earth rises steadily as we go deeper. Sometimes this heat energy may surface itself in the form of hot springs. This, this heat energy can be used to generate power. Take a look at figure 3.17, nuclear energy. Nuclear reactor, heat from fission, hot water, steam turbine generator, electricity produced. Activity: solar cooker. Taken an old car tube, inflate it and keep it on a wooden platform. Paint an aluminium vessels black from outside and add 1 cup rice with 2 cups of water to it. Close the vessel with a lid and place the vessel in the inner circle of the tube. Now place a glass frame over the tube and keep the set out in the sun. After the glass frame is placed, air can neither come in nor go out, but the sun rays coming into the closer cavity and closer by the tube get trapped and cannot escape. The temperature increases slowly, cooking the rice over a few hours. Geothermal energy is in the form of hot springs has been used for cooking, heating and bathing for several years. USA has the world's largest geothermal power plants followed by New Zealand, Iceland, Philippines and Central America. In India, geothermal plants are located in Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh and Bhuga Valley in Ladakh. Take a look at figure 3.18. A. Geothermal energy in Manikaran. B. Cooking food with the help of geothermal energy. Take a look at figure 3.19. Geothermal energy. Natural crack, steam, well, water, turbine, generator. Do you know the first tidal energy station was built in France? Tidal energy. Take a look at figure 3.20. Tidal energy. Low tidal energy is used to produce electricity. High tide, low tide. Generated turbine. Low tide, high tide. Tidal energy. Energy generated from tides is called tidal energy. Tidal energy can be harnessed by building dams at narrow openings of the sea. During high tide, the energy of the tides is used to turn the turbine installed in the dam to produce electricity. Russia, France, and the Gulf of Kutch in India have huge tidal mill farms. Take a look at figure 3.21. Biogas. Slurry, gas tank, soil, manure, outlet, fertilizer. Biogas. Organic waste such as dead plant and animal material, animal dung, and kitchen waste can be converted into a gaseous fuel called biogas. The organic waste is decomposed by bacteria in biogas disasters to emit biogas, which is essentially a mixture of methane and carbon dioxide. Biogas is an excellent fuel for cooking and lighting and produces huge amount of organic manure each year. Energy is everywhere, but we can see that harnessing this energy is both difficult as costly. Each one of us can make a difference by not wasting energy. Energy saved is energy generated. Act now and make brighter energy future. Exercises. Answer the following questions. Name any three common minerals used by you every day. What is an ore? Where are the ores of metallic minerals generally located? Name two regions rich in natural gas resources. Which sources of energy would you suggest for rural areas, coastal areas, arid regions? Give 5 ways in which you can save energy at home. Pick the correct answer. Which one of the following is not a characterizer of minerals? They are created by natural processes, they have a definite chemical composition, they are inexhaustible, their distribution is uneven. Which one of the following is a leading producer of copper in the world? Bolivia, Chile, Ghana, Zimbabwe. Which of the following practices will not conserve LPG in your kitchen? Soaking the dal for some time before cooking it, cooking food in a pressure cooker, keeping the vegetables chopped before lighting the gas for cooking, cooking food in an open pan kept on low flame. Give reasons. Environmental aspects must be carefully looked into before building huge dams. Most industries are concentrated around coal mines. Petroleum is referred to as black gold. Quarrying can become a major environmental concern. Distinguish between the following conventional and non conventional sources of energy, biogas and natural gas, ferrous and non-ferrous minerals, metallic and non-metallic minerals. Activity. Use pictures from old magazines to show different kinds of fuels used by us in our lives and display them on your bulletin board. Design a poster highlighted energy conservation tips you would take for your school. Selma's class took up an action campaign to do an energy audit of their school by surveying electricity consumption. They prepared survey sheets for the students of the school. Electricity Electricity audit. Serial number, appliance, quantity, number being used, usage time, approx number of working hours, quantity, number of actually needed, it is switched on even when not in use, yes or no. Fluorescent tube light 40 volts 40 watts to incandescent bulb 40 watts by 60 watts, co-impact fluorescent lamps, fans, exhaust fans, electricity bell, buzzer, TV, computers, air conditioners, refrigerators, oven, hot case, public address system, water pump, water cooler, overhead projector, postat machine, any other. Using the data collected during the survey, students calculated the units consumed for 1 month and the approximate expenditure and compared in with the electricity bill of the previous month. They also calculated the approximate cost of electricity consumed by fans, lights, and other applications not switched off. Thus, they highlighted the amount that could be saved and suggested simple energy conservation habits like switching off the applicants when not in use, minimal usage as per requirement, maximizing the use of natural breeze and light by keeping the windows open, keeping the lights dust free, the appropriate maintenance and usage of appliances as per the given instructions. Can you add some more tips to this list? You could you could conduct a similar survey at home and then extend it into your apartment and make your neighbors also energy wise. Thank you.